Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Well, here she is. I have finally finished. This is my lace book. This is part 4. So I want to show you what I did. I put a beautiful little lady in a frame, a little cameo here. I've got a pocket on the front where I put a little flip book, a little accordion style flip book. Flips out like that. Both sides are cute, cute, cute. Lots of journaling space, lots of stenciling. I'll put that down in this little pocket. I stitched some really pale pearls onto this little motif right here, pale pink. This is some of my dyed ruffles that I make. So I made the ruffle and then I wet it, spritzed it with water and put some inks along the edges and just let them run. Added some eyelash and some tulle. I don't know if you can see there's a tulle ruffle in there too. On the back, I've got just a cute little journaling card stuck in here and one of my tatting pieces. I do needle tatting. I don't like shuttle tatting, but I like needle tatting. It's so much easier. So that's what that is there, just a little ruffle. All right, so this is the flip through. So let's flip through and see what I did. This little dangle right here was created by my friend Kathleen, and I just purchased that from her at the retreat I just got back from. And so it's just a cute little dangle full of ruffly lace, ruffled and bead caps, and I thought that was perfect right there. Okay, on the first page, I added some beads and dangles and different things in here, and I left each one of them loose so that they have a little movement to them. They're kind of dangly. And this beautiful crystal, this is a vintage piece from a necklace. I've stitched on gold beads here and there. I did a little cluster here with some silk ribbon embroidery. Down in this corner, I stitched on this gold embellishment with a crystal in the middle, and then there's 3 crystals right here, which is probably hard to see on camera, but there's 3 little crystals in there. And then inside this pocket, I've got this little vintage tag. Goes there. All right, so on this page, I just did a little lazy daisy embroidered flower. I stitched on these Miyuki, they're kind of like, what do you call them? They're seed beads, but they're the long ones, like, I can't think of the word. Anyway, I stitched on those little beads there. I've got a little tulle fluff here with a pearl. In the pocket, I've got one of my beautiful ladies, and it's a little shaker tag, so it's got beads and stuff in it that rattle around. At the top, I stitched on some more pearls. I thought that came out so nice. See how pretty that is. This is so much warmer than the video. The video kind of cools the colors, but these colors are warm. I don't know why it does that. I wished I could figure out how to adjust it. This is a little dangle that I've made. Let's see if you can see it. So this piece right here with all the with all the crystals in it, that's a piece from a vintage earring. And then I just added a little dangly pearl below it. All right, on this page, I've got this pocket. This beautiful butterfly here was given to me by my friend Terry at the last retreat also. So I'm using these pieces. Then I did Hot Fix applique, Hot Fix crystals. Got some pearls going back there. Got a little motif right here. And on this bottom corner, I've got a glass bead and 2 seed beads, just making a little corner. Then I've got this beautiful dragonfly envelope, and inside it, I just filled it up with goodies. So you've got different laces that I've put in there. So that's just some extras to be used if you want to on the journal itself. All right, I made a little paper flower with some frou-frou. This page, I put this sheer piece, and then I put a sheer lace over it. And I've got my bling, 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 and a little beaded dangle with a crystal. And behind that is this beautiful lady sporting her hat. a little stamped image bird cage on the back. So she goes down in there. There we go. All right, so turn this page. On this page, I put one of my little dangly dresses made from a vintage hanky. So that's just dangling from the top with a few beads dangling here too. On this page, I've got one of my journal pins that I make. Let's see if you can see that. It's got a little dangle hanging. It is removable. And a little flower cluster here, and then this beautiful vintage doily that I did not cut. Now behind this doily, I put one of my feathers. I used to make a bunch of these. They're fun to make. Takes a long time to do all those little snips and stuff. But anyway, that's one of my little feather embellishments. So it goes down in there. And I've got some more crystals, some more hot fix crystals down the side in gold. All right, next page. We've got a little dangle hanging here with some beads. I've got 3 gold safety pins here with beads, and I clipped them on and I stitched them on both. In the bottom corner, I looked for some very unusual beads, and I found these in my stash. This one's glass, and these 2 are wood. So I just stitched those on. Okay, so this goes behind this. I have a little pocket that was given to me at the last retreat. This is a beautiful paper doily that's been coffee dyed or tea dyed, and this was given to me by my friend Dina. And look at this beautiful card she made. That gorgeous. So that was just a perfect addition for this little belly band. I've got crystals and some beautiful applique. Now, this page is just a gorgeous little sheer page. I put a heart here. On the back, I've got a 3-layer organza butterfly with a beaded body. In the center here, I've got a little loop with a key. But that key happens to be a pin. So I just added that and that little center loop right there. On this page, I have, oh, this lace is so beautiful. I have pinned with 2 beaded pins that also have dangles. I've pinned on a lace flip up. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 beautiful layers of lace, and this one has crystals and some trim on the bottom. So that goes right there. And I've got another little puff down here with a pearl. Okay, next page. On this page, I have lots of stuff to look at. I've got some beaded fringe on the top. I stitched down a key. I have a ribbon crimp dangle here with different ribbons and stuff on it. I've added this gorgeous crystal heart bead, and then the 2 gold rice beads on either side. I've got a pocket here that has beads and crystals and a little paper flower, and this is a belly band. So behind the belly band, I've got a little tag flip book. This is one of those veneers, and then it flips like this, and inside is Braille paper that was given to me by another friend many years ago, and I still use it. I love it. It's just, it inks up so well, and it's actually Bible verses that from an old Braille book that had fallen apart, and they were going to discard it, and she thought I might like it. I'm like, yes, I love it. I love it. Oh, it's perfect. All right, so we've got this beautiful little sheer layer of lace here. So gorgeous. This one's been coffee dyed or tea dyed. I don't remember which I did. Okay, on this page, I've got my tea dyed eyelet. I have crystals inside these little flowers. I've got a cute little corner beaded embellishment with a little glass, kind of looks like a tulip, I guess. And I've got one of my clusters back here. And then this is just a paper flip cluster that I've made, I put together. So this one has some cardstock craft. It's got some tracing paper that I've coffee dyed. It's got some scrapbook paper. It's got deli paper, scrapbook paper, music paper, just a bunch of different papers and a little cluster on the top. So that goes in there. On this page, I also have this beautiful beaded dangle on the side. I really want you to see that. It's so pretty. Let's see if I can get it up there where you can see it. It's like a little drop. It's so pretty. All right, turn this page. Okay, on this side, I put this gold chain. Get it to hang. It's hard to show you. I wished I could show you this way so you could see how things hang so nicely. But I got this gold chain. It's got a little beaded dangle on it. I've got a cluster inside this little pocket here. It's a little bitty pocket. This little cluster I made. And a paper flower. I've got crystals all the way down the side. And then I've got this little beaded embellishment. Let me show you this. It's a glass bead. It is crystal rondelles and bugle beads sewn in there. And then I've got this beautiful little sheer piece on the inside. I just love that. I think it's so pretty. This is a lace applique that I added, and I stitched on some pearls, if you can see the pearls in there. And this is a little paper clip. Now this paper clip is on a ruffle, so I got this little ruffle here, and I sewed a button on each end, and then I just clipped the paper clip on there. And this ruffle is mulberry dyed muslin, when I had my mulberry dye fest going on. Down here I've got a little pocket with a butterfly, and for the butterfly body I've got this little dress form piece, and she's hiding some sewing machine oil information. So that just goes down in there. All right, moving on. This is another one of those applique flowers, and I put some beautiful beaded pearls in there. I've got little seed beads all along this corner that I stitched in. This is my fabric pocket, which is full of tulle ruffles and vintage wedding gown, vintage laces, vintage doilies, keys, beads, stitching. I've done a lot of stuff on there. And behind that, I've got these two little vintage looking cards. So this was a new stencil. I thought it was pretty. I just got that in. All right, there's another one of these beautiful sheer pages, and I put a dangle on this one. You can see that guy. So pretty. This page I have a belly band and a pocket, a wooden sewing machine button, and another one of my little tulle fluffs with the pearl. So behind the belly band pocket is this little tag that I made a while ago. It's got a layered butterfly, which looks like that top layer is about to come apart. The second layer is heat embossing ink powders, and the bottom layer is clear embossed powders. So there's my little butterfly, and I've got some dictionary pages where you tape over a word. I taped over think and positive, and then you ink the rest of the dictionary page. Then you pull your tape off and that word shines out. And then a paper flower and some tea-dyed muslin. All right, so that just kind of goes, that pocket just kind of secures it at the bottoms so it don't fall out. And then I've got my golden crystals down the side of that page. Here I've got this paper flower, some more of that beautiful lace, another gorgeous pocket that I made with this little gold chain tassel. Looks so pretty when it's hanging like that. It looks so pretty. This is a coffee dyed vellum pocket, and I just stitched some stuff. Some of it's glued, most of it is stitched. Behind it, I've got these two vintage little cards with some stamping on the back. So that goes in there. Here's another page of that real sheer beautiful stuff. This page is a belly band, a lace applique, some seed beads stitched on, and a nice little corner piece of glass and I don't know what those are, rocks, rock beads. And then I've got a couple of beautiful tags behind there. Put a little piece of lace there for a pull tab, some pearl trim here. All right. Now, on this page, I took some letter beads and I spelled out the word vintage, and then I stitched on each end to a jump ring and left them kind of dangly. This is a paper flower. This is another little corner cluster that I made. This, believe it or not, is a freshwater pearl. It's just a very odd shape, but I put that in there. And behind this is a little mini journal that I made. So it's got a little book plate that says memory. This is napkin decoupage, but this one is done with the, you know how you do it with the saran wrap? So it's not shiny, it's not Mod Podged on the top, it's just saran wrapped on there. And then I've got some beautiful lined paper in there, and there's the back, a few beads on the corner. So that was a good spot to put this book right there. All right, here's a sheer page, and look at this. I love this applique. And I went and added Hot Fix crystals all throughout it. I hope you can see them. All right, over here I've got a flower. It was just a paper flower that I inked. This is my puffy pocket. So I put a little card in here, and I added a little bit of velvet rickrack. Velvet rickrack is down in that little pocket. Then this pocket was a tuck that goes under like that, and underneath that tuck is these two cards. A little inking, a little, ooh, there's another one of my new stencils. Isn't that cool? Like it. All right, so that one goes up under in this direction. And I have a beaded dangle with just a bunch of little stuff, just little things from my stash. I just dangled a bunch of pretties on there. All right, this is the little cluster that I had made on there earlier, but I added this heart to it. I thought it needed a heart. And this is part of that beaded wedding gown, vintage wedding gown. And this one I backed on some cardstock and put some of my tea-dyed paper on the back. This is a flower petal, silk flower petal that I used as a little pull. And that goes down in there. Love these ladies. And then this is the back, the last page. I've got a button, a little vintage something something here. And up under this, you can get into the pocket, and you get these two beautiful cards in here. And this one says, "A Mother's Love." Isn't that precious? Love it. Love it. So I put it in there sideways so that these guys could hang over the top like that. All right, and then there we are on the back. So it is big, it is thick, it is finished. Yay. It turned out very pretty. I'm really, really happy with it. If you're interested in purchasing this, you can just message me or let me know. I may or may not end up putting it in my Etsy shop. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.